made with selenium. The white chip in here, that's made with tin oxide. Chromium green, selenium red, cadmium yellows. Some of you may have heard of the dark blue made with cobalt blue glass. Also known as Bristol blue or poison bottle blue. Yeah, so cobalt carbonate alternative blue. Right, so I've got the colour mounted on the deck. So we use the table, what we call a marker, just get that smooth, straighten up a little bit. Right, let's get some areas. There it goes. So it's more technique blow glass, it's not lump power, that's just the way that I'll put the air down the eye. You can do it two ways, as I've done there, just blow or head back this way. Blow the eyes a little bit off. Right, and what is that then? Just trying to see what's in there. Almost doesn't look like a stone or anything, but it's like a just coloured quite to operate. So just trying to get something out of there. Right, having done that, I'll just mark the surface. So I'm just going to get that back a little bit. And then just give it a little heat up there, just to get rid of any little blemish on the surface after using the shears. Yeah, if that's happened, you get something in that. Central. A bit more air. So it gently does it. Blow too hard, it's going to blow out one side more, or overblow, make it too thin. So you're controlling the blow. Right, just a little top up of heat. Back to the chair. Use the tools. Want to cut in, just off the nose, and a blowing eye. Pull away a little bit. Right, blow again. Right, I'm going to cut in, pull away. So just making a little bit of a neck there really. Not too long, like cut that back again. That'll do it. Pull that down a bit. Right, I'm just going to heat in a little bit more. Blow this out a bit bigger. So it's all about just getting a little bit of size to start with. Right, don't want to get it too hot, like too thin now. The size coming up. Okay, what I need to do now is heat this in and then start to stretch it. I've got half of the bubble in the heat. The reason being I'm going to make what we call a tapered vase with this one. So yeah, half of it's in there. I'm going to come out and start to start to stretch that lower half. Right, so come out and see what's going on. There it goes, start. So you see it's starting to go. You don't want to get it too hot when you're doing that, just start off gently. Right, start to taper. Right there. Time to get it nice and hot and then back to the chair to do the work, which is using the newspaper pad. That's going to get the shape more defined. So it's heating that in, getting that glass soft. Just come back to the chair then. Use the newspaper. Work the taper in. It's smoky. They've got that bit bigger, it's a bit thick on the bottom, but let's just use the tools now just to define that shape a bit. Right, I'm not quite happy with that, so I'm going to go back one more time. When you're trying to taper with the newspaper, it drops it down quite a bit. We used to do a lot of iridizing, but the chemical's so dangerous now to get hold of and clogs up everything like extraction units that we don't spray and iridize much now. But back then we were putting colour on the outside with silver leaf, and it's easier to shape, a lot softer when you make this sort of one. Right, that's better, so just working that shape in. Okay, give yourself a little centre mark, make sure the base is flat, remove it. So, let's say it will be a lovely red and white piece when it cools down in the morning, which that's when they come through. So yeah, a little bit of water around the neck there to weaken it. It's going to cool down the base around that area, make sure it's not too soft when it goes in the box. Right, I'm going to grab myself what we call a bit time. I'm going to transfer now onto one of those. I can't do any more work on the blow knife, so take that off there. Spin that round in the box, and then let's pick it back up. So pick it up by its bottom, and then work on the open end. Right, where's that glass down on? Okay, so with that, a little bit of glass on the end there, just going to comb that off. Like that. So once I've combed it, let's flatten this out. So let's aim for the centre spot we attach on. There you go, that's on. Just make sure it's settled before you pick it up and then go back to the heat. Hopefully it will go in without breaking. Always a slim chance of that happening. Yeah, it's quite rare, but it's something we have to watch out for, temperature difference. Okay, so it's back in the heat then, ready to work on the open end. So this is a tapered vase, one of many different vases we make. Each vase has its own technique in the making. But when you're cutting necks in, you can cut lower down the bubble, make longer necks, different shapes, and that like the hourglass shape, or really long neck. For a big top for the air room, based on the lily style top, or don't cut in. You don't cut in to make a little neck or anything, that's why you're making a bigger, wider flower vase. We make those as well. And perfume bottles we do. It's quite a big range. There's more solid wear than blown wet. We do sell more solid wear than blown wet. So we're busy all year round. We're in here all winter, but it's pretty quiet up here then, making glass. I'm still in these shorts and t-shirts doing this. Right, so I like to get quite a bit of heat in that top, because I want to come back to the chair and then just get the tweezers and I'm stretching. The reason I'm pulling and stretching that up a bit, so I just get in, open it out, and then lose some of that net. I want to get rid of it. If I cut down further into the piece, that gives me a thinner edge. So you don't want to run a thick lip on it. So I've got that at the top where I need it, make sure that's straight. Right, now I'm going to make a little top. So let's get this heated in, and then get that top done. Right, so also for the base, always go right in with your base first, and it's just topping up the bottom of your vase, keeping the temperature up, and it's also protecting the joint. It falling off, there's always that possibility. And then it's just getting a little bit of heat in that top, not too much. Okay, so that'll do. Bring it back to the chair, get the tools now to go on the inside, get that top open, pitch in, just getting that top done. Right, so yeah, still taking the glass this one. In the Aurora range, which is much better than white. Okay, that's all done. So there's a bit of, oops. So you can see the difference there in the colour actually dropped down to be more of a red. Just a bit thin that bit, so it will come through a bit brighter, but that is, yeah, it's the sort of colour I've got to remove that now. So into the cradle. So we go round the joint that I've got on there with a knife. So a little tap, weaken the punchy, just a little pull on it, let the punchy out, and then just flame the base. So let's get that torch lit. Yeah, just flame around the bottom there, and that will smooth. So pick that up, why not drop it, done that a few times. So top of the oven's about 460 degrees Celsius in that. So the oven stays on till the end of the day. At the end of the day, you put the oven on a cooling cycle, that drops about 30 degrees every hour. So it's a gentle cool down, and your glass will go through a similar stage. And then big factories making all your daily stuff like bottles, they're going through more of a conveyor oven. We've only got the one oven and we don't need to do that, so we'll just drop it about 30 degrees overnight and that'll all come out tomorrow.